Hi, I'm Uday Chatterjee. I'm a director on the board of Transcell Group, and I am otherwise an investor in the biotech sector. Thank you. Happy to be here, excited to attend this conference.
Hi, I'm Subhadra Dravida. I'm the founder and CEO of Transcell Group of Companies. And today, Mr. Uday and I will be taking you through Transcell journey.
So back to me, Uday Chatterjee, and we are really excited to be attending this Virtual World Stem Cell Summit 2022. In our session today, I'm joined by my colleague, Dr. Subhadra Dravida, the promoter and CEO of Transcell Group. And you will hear from her and from me about the very exciting work that Transcell is doing using pluripotent stem cell technology to find solutions for many unsolved medical challenges. Her presentation will highlight the immense progress that has been achieved by the Indian medtech biotech industry in the last 10 years and how it is setting up the stage for a big US Indian biotech industries collaboration opportunity for mutual benefit using each other's unique strengths. So just to give a little background, the global regenerative medicine market size is estimated to reach about $57 billion by year 2030, growing at a pace of CAGR of 23.4%. The regenerative medicine is an emerging field that aims to repair and replace damaged organs and tissues. It holds the potential to cure chronic diseases and disorders, including cancer. The COVID-19 outbreak that we all faced over the last 2.5 years has, in fact, had a positive impact on the global regenerative medicinal application market. I have been a kind of serial investor in the early stage regenerative medicine industry for the last decade. And I believe that it holds the key to solving many of the hitherto unsolved medical problems, which have the potential to dramatically increase life expectancy, improve quality of life, and also cut the crippling costs of healthcare, both public and private, by using disruptive next-gen technologies. I will keep my comments brief with a little context of the challenges and opportunities for biotech industry in India, availability of an enabling environment with skilled manpower, the availability of state-of-the-art labs, CROs, and the regulatory landscape. Let me give you my personal assessment of the state of burgeoning Indian biotech industry. It has reached the takeoff stage, and it's my belief that the world will see some stunning work in drug discovery coming out of India in the next few years. And I believe India is ready to be counted among the world's top countries for drug discovery and medical science. India has, in fact, a long tradition in the medical industry and has been the biggest manufacturing base for both vaccines and generic medicine by volume. But now we have come a long way in the last few years and are ready to find solutions for cancer, diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and Alzheimer's. We have now an enabling ecosystem with a large number of CROs, providing outsourced medical research services to many drug discovery companies, both in India and overseas. Many Indian biotech companies like Transcell are doing cutting edge medical research, partnering with global pharma companies to progress and validate its research. We also have the availability in India of very large skilled manpower with a large number of people like Dr. Subhadra receiving their PhDs and having work experience in reputed research labs in the US. Our regulatory environment is as it should be, enforcing safety and efficacy and ensuring all protocols are followed. It has become more aware of its role to play a constructive role in clearing regulatory roadblocks. And in fact, the COVID crisis, if anything, has made our sort of regulatory environment more user-friendly to get things out of the block at a shorter time without compromising on safety, efficacy, and other parameters. India also boasts of some of the world's largest information technology companies with deep knowledge of assisting global medical industry with AI/ML and other data analytics work. Transcell has a collaboration with Wipro, which is one of the largest IT companies in the world, and have jointly developed a platform product, NeuroSafe, for testing neurovirulence and neurotoxicity for the global market. Subhadra will speak more about it. Today, Indian biotech industry has all the enabling conditions to conduct original medical research and conduct clinical trials in India and in the US through FDA. India offers a great advantage to US drug discovery partners by cutting the prohibitive cost of conducting clinical trials in the US. Since I am connected with a few companies conducting clinical trials in India, I can say that collaboration between Indian and US companies can cut down the costs of clinical trials by a huge margin and thus can fast track the path of new and novel drug discoveries. So that's the overview. And now I will request my colleague, Dr. Subhadra Dravida, to make a presentation on some of the groundbreaking work that they're doing, as well as share her vision of what the collaborative landscape can be in terms of opportunity between Indian biotech companies and their counterparts in US. I'm really very excited that the future is very bright, and over to Subhadra. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Uday. Yeah. I want to make an opening statement here, stating that debilitating diseases like cancers and neuromuscular chronic conditions have been conventionally misconceived to be incurable, warranting inexhaustively detrimental treatment options. However, with the strategic optimization and application of adult stem cell technology, the empowerment of accessibility of the cure is definitely now our reality. So I'm Subhadra, and I have been part of this Transcell group, which is all about translating adult stem cell technology and the prowess into real-time applications. In fact, we want to believe that we are on a mission to find cure for complex and metastatic cancers, neuromuscular degenerative diseases from our R&D facilitated offerings. Transcell Group's story is related and logical in the domain of stem cell technology for applications. The group is science and original hypothesis based, built on flagship platform technology that acts like an engine in the context. Our centralized operating facilities and infrastructure are based out of Hyderabad, India, with the bandwidth to address global markets. Ours is a teamwork in the interest of stakeholders who are our clients, patient communities, and of course, Transcell investors. Transcell is Department of Scientific and Industrial Research, Government of India recognized entity. The management and the operating teams are full-time, dedicated resources from the domain. Major investments have gone into R&D and intellectual property. That is the backbone and rockbed of foundation supporting the development of products and services from the group. The group's value offerings from its biobank touches every family in India and indirectly building Transcell's network and pipeline for the other B2C services and products being delivered. In the past 1 decade of our being in the markets with innovative products and services delivered, we have built unique collaborations and partnerships with clinicians, medical institutions, practitioners, and global giants. Transcell Biologics is the entity that invests in technology researching on stem cells in and as druggable candidates to treat certain degenerative diseases. There are 2 programs under this umbrella. Program 1 has been focusing on studying phenotype responses to predict therapeutic vulnerabilities of novel small molecule analogs of neopeltolide on neuropatient-sourced progenitor cells. The best and the optimized druggable molecule personalized to the patient is the ongoing discovery stage project under Transcell Biologics. And program 2 focuses on preconditioning therapy-grade allogenic stem cells with stromal-derived factor and S-nitroso-N-acetyl pencilamine in presenting for clinical application. PPMD India chapter has supported us in conducting hospital-centric clinical trial in India, taking our the second program, addressing Duchenne muscular dystrophy in particular. Transcell BioLife is a next generation biobank that has growing repository of biosample derived progenitor clinical grade cell units and biosample derived genomics de-identified data bank. BioLife is one of its kind of biobanks, bridging gap between availability of cells, tissues, and data for emerging disease curing options, empowering families, we believe, to take informed decisions with transformative medicinal options that are presented to them. This basically next generation storage capabilities are maintained for intended applications in Transcell's context. And some of the differentiators like classified facilities, handling, processing cord blood, tooth pulp, and peripheral blood sourced clinical grade cellular components, a cryopreservation for lifetime, offering the real-time and immediate value like health signature reports are unique to BioLife acting as a biobank in India. Under this BioLife function, cell care serves families with expectant mothers in banking cord blood of the newborn. ToothCell is our biostorage service to the families with kids aged between 5 and 11 years. Tooth pulp and the derived components are for personalizing regenerative dentistry. Bati, that stands for Bioactive Regenerative Tooth Innovations, is a clinically tested dental implant stem cell biocomplex with proven role in osseointegration and nerve reconduction. TrueCub is our biobank process-specific acellular bioproduct, which is rich in fact, which is found to be rich in albumin, factor VIII, IgG-like blood components that are superior to the one and then the compositions found in the traditional recovered plasma. TrueCub is an off-shelf, ready-to-ship product with established logistics, maintaining integrity and stability of the composition that plasma fractionation companies can, procure from us. The last one under Transcell BioLife is the growing repository of healthy donor-acquired, de-identified, functional genomic data sets that act as the big data starting material in our programs, developing algorithms for SNP patterns specific to Asian population diseases, and also T-cell epitope mapping, like totally like next generation data analytics probed from the ethnic and ethnicity related data sets. Transcell Oncologics is our group entity that has in-house drug discovery activity based on certain defensible assets that are unique and proprietary to us, like novel chemical toolbox, proprietary biobox technology, to discover cure options for complex and difficult cancers. The hunt here is to find new chemical candidates against difficult and undruggable targets like Wnt and Myc. The objective of this discovery stage program is to combine the science of new druggable candidates selectively killing tumor-causing, tumor-initiating cells and the company's proprietary CAR-T tech cell presentation. Now, as the saying goes by, that with every crisis, an opportunity also emerges. With our deep science and technology bandwidth in the field of adult stem cell applications, we developed hemato-UCMSCs for acute respiratory distress syndrome in COVID-19 infections. In fact, it was so logical for the indication ARDS that has pathophysiological similarities with graft versus host disease that is full of cytokine storm causing the havoc. So hemato is one of Transcell Oncologics vertical with productized offerings, and one specific portfolio of offering is personalizing hematopoietic stem cell transplantation procedures. Imparting this HSCT procedure in India is Indian Council of Medical Research approved procedure, while Transcell has productized certain cellular formulations to support both the autologous and allogenic transplantations. Again, among the offerings, Pregen is our pride, that is developed as a bot or probe generating, reading predictive genetic analysis of the Indian population to promote cryostorage of apheresis product that can, disruptively aid in haploidentical transplantation procedures. Hemato operates from an independent state-of-the-art cell manufacturing classified facility at Hyderabad, India, but catering to the services in medical tourism as well. Transtox Bio is Oncologics' dedicated vertical that is being built to offer safety, efficacy testing as a solution to global pharma and biopharmaceutical industry. It has certain cell and tissue human physiological in vitro systems residing, and the configurations of which we believe, dictate their use cases. The biggest advantage of utilizing these in vitro systems is the relevance to human species, and of course, the ease of handling owing to their ethically immune biological source that is amenable to any kind of further modeling in the cellular reactors. And among these microphysiological in vitro systems that are part of Transstock's biovertical, TransMSC is a human-induced pluripotent cell platform technology developed to be responsive to small molecules, biomolecules, cell and gene therapy products, vaccine candidates, and antivenom products also. Considering human in vitro microphysiological systems as the base and complementing them with, advanced digital analytics that are again impregnated with the AI and ML tools, we have developed a battery of new approach methodologies that FDA and CDER, have been encouraging the industry to support. And we have been positioning these as, cruelty-free workstation solutions to test to predict non-clinical safety and potency readouts. And among the solutions that we have developed, NeuroSafe is our most advanced offering that has, in fact, early adopters as well from biopharmaceutical segment. So for the past 10 plus years, Transcell has been, one of the key contributors of scientific and technology publications with 27 plus patents and 50 trade secrets, to its credit, highlighting the fact that the group is original science, and hypothesis-based, build up, kind of developed certain products and offerings, services, offerings like, all along the journey. So throughout, our interactions and socializing with the markets and then the ecosystem, Transcell Group has been successful in forging both academic and commercial partnerships with top institutions of global repute. And, to name few, of course, the global giants like Wipro and Indian Angel Network, medical institutions like, Apollo, Rainbow, and universities of highest reputation like University of Hyderabad and IIT BHU are some of the collaborations and commercial partnerships that the group enjoys. With all, humbleness and ambitious aspirations, we are keen to explore research collaborations, strategic partners, working relationships with the patient communities from around the world, and also working models with the biopharma, global big pharma and public health agencies. And we are very keen to continue to add value to the markets through Transcell journey. Thank you. And we truly appreciate this opportunity to be presenting our story and, sharing with you all in terms of our purpose and the plans that we continue to have adding value to the markets.